ń ṣe fi ṣe ni pé wọ́n fi ń reduce the way we think, the way people, concentrate on their details. It's kind of ridiculous. I don't know. And
because let me tell you something. We have 3 entrants toward Nigeria: the Nigeria Airways, the Nigeria Port Authority, and the Nigeria Customs Service. Now, these 3 entrants toward Nigeria, we have a certain individuals, ministry, to anchor, to manage our honor. The Nigeria Customs Service will manage the honor by road. The Nigeria Port Authority will manage the Nigeria Airways, that is the aviation, will manage and immigration, will manage. Okay.
yes,
Are you telling where Nigeria? What they do?
they do now.
What they do?
They lose everything.
When we spoke about the population of Africans and Nigeria, some people actually the yesterday agenda. No, the agenda is more than 50 to 60 to depopulate Nigerians and Africans. The agenda has been around for more than 5 to this attention. Remember how Nigeria, our agriculture, whatever, taking down our farms, trying to disrupt the farming processing and whatever we have been doing in Nigeria. Who do you think is responsible for that? Who do you think is responsible for that? Why on Sunday, during the lockdown 2020, there was an intern that came forward explaining how some of the people included received $10 million each to pass the bill of Bill Gates, that is the imposition of GMO food and seed on Nigerians during the lockdown. Now, in recent time, some of your social media influencers have been promoting GMOs. Even the woman of NAFDAC, who once stood against GMO, is now openly promoting the same GMO he once stood against. What does that tell you? Some part of the north, one of the farmland that produces the highest ginger, now it's nowhere to be found because they have corrupted the land that produces ginger in Nigeria. What is happening in Benue State? Benue State is is our food basket of the nation. Is Benue State still our food basket of the nation? That is the part of the population of Nigeria and some food. He who controls the food controls the power. Do you understand? He who controls the food controls the power. Or should we talk about the insecurity? Do you think the insecurity is a yesterday? And when did we have this bomb blast? Was it not year 2001? When did Boko Haram came to picture? 2002. How the fuck do we still have Boko Haram? How the fuck do we still have Boko Haram in 2025? That is 6 years of Jonathan, 10 years of Buhari. That is how many years? 16 years.
16 years, yes.
That's of Tinubu. That's 18 years plus now.
Yes, ma'am.
And was by the that is part of the agenda of the depopulating the Nigerian people and Africa at large. They are look at our Indomie going beyond the camera. Look at the GMO food. Look at the processed food. The sweet corn, the sardine. A lot of people don't pay attention. Look at the settler given to our babies. People who are infants with lack. Stop down. You need to go and see the amount of sugar that is added to the Nigerian baby settler. The population of the Nigerian people is not today's agenda now. Some actors in Nigeria, some social media influencers are being paid to promote the same thing that is obviously killing our people. Or you want to talk about the medication? the fake medication, or should we talk about the fake vaccines that was that was sent to Nigeria during the yes, fake imported vaccine? Or should we talk about the fake expired food that was shared to the Nigerian people during the lockdown, during the COVID-19 lockdown 2020? Should we talk about that? Or in recent time, that woman of NAFDAC, whatever, that is openly promoting the same GMO that she wants to speak against? Or should we say she speaks against that because they didn't share her some money? Why not? Most Nigerian people don't know that our political actors, yes, the 36 governors we have, our president, the 360 House of Representatives member, the 209 National Senate in the government, they don't eat all those food. Just so you know, how you know, they have too much resources to eat a direct organic food. And if the trouble, if the war begins, they're not going to be on the battlefield with you and I. Don't think they are for you. Don't think we are. Don't stop deceiving yourself. Stop deceiving yourself. Yeah.
He will send his PA to UK to go get dogs and come back to Nigeria. I don't know how true that is. But it's boiling penny.
You don't know. What do you mean you don't know how true that is? It's not a joke. Okay, you don't know.
Honestly.
It's not a joke. I know a lot of. Okay, let me break it down. Because I know a lot of people that bring their food from China. They are not even in government. They are not in government. This one I'm talking about now, they are just private citizens with so much money. They are just in the private citizens that just have so much money. They bring their food from China. Their fish, their meat, their pig meat, their rice, their macaroni, their indomie, their spaghetti. They bring it from China. They bring it from China.
If the citizens are busy getting married, giving birth, doing all sort of, and the government are busy depopulating, do you think something is right? Or what can be done? Because me, báwo yẹn máa ń ronú nǹkan báyìí, actually ẹni tó ń bímọ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí tó dẹ̀ jẹ́ pé wọ́n ti níbi ọmọ mẹ́jọ sílẹ̀. Maybe because they are looking for obìnrin or they are looking for ọkùnrin. You get?
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes.
Mentality and you know.
Let me tell you.
Let me tell you. They don't. Okay.
We are gradually moving back to the old ways. My man Bimo, Sile, we are moving towards that because the kind of medication they are giving to newborn babies and the mothers is killing the baby. Do you know in recent time we have had autism and autistic child, and with children with jaundice? Go and check, statistics is there. In recent time, Africa has given birth to a child in recent time. That is not us. It's not our. Mr. Bakado can.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, everyone.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mr. Bakado.
Yeah, I love this topic we're discussing. Very, very, very educative. First on the Ojas, I don't want to use English word so that the help will not.
Yeah.
The Oja, the big guys behind it are not basically, they have, some of them are in government. Like, I just want us to be careful of using the word government is in support. But I would just say it's just some personal interest. Let me just say, for example, God forbid, my enemy is in the business, and I have a friend who is the controller, like who is in NDLA, and he knew my enemy does that kind of shit. So, and I'm remitting to him. In fact, maybe he even has a stake in the capital that I'm using to run the business. So he would not want to fight against his capital. Those are the kind of situation we have. Big boys, big players in that those substances, big players. I was in Kano in October. I schooled there. I had my secondary school there. I finished in 2000. And I saw a new market in Kano, just very close to the big roundabout they demolished. For anybody who knows Kano, there's a new big, very big market there. They've moved all the drugs, any drugs that they call, any pharmaceutical product that is coming into Kano enters that place first. Any consignment, anything that is coming as pharmaceutical product is entering that market first. The main reason is to scrutinize what enters Kano market in terms of the prohibited ones. We all know them now. The trams and stuff and other stuff. So this market, once the truck entered there, they check. But according to statistics, a friend that took me there said, since they started that market, it has reduced. No, not that one. I don't know. At the entrance of Kano, as you're just entering, not too long. I think some people know that's the market. I think it used to be in Dawanu because they moved them from inside the market. There was fight. It took them 6 years to move this market from inside the Kano town. You know, like I would like to put it now. Something coming through a gate, and you know, at that gate, the first place after that gate is that market. Divert everything pharmaceutical inside that market. You know, it's easy to come. Then after that thing has passed that gate, and there are other 10 gates ahead. You know, anybody can pass those through 10 gates and bring in whatever rubbish you want to bring in. But now they said the thing has reduced drastically, at least to 20%. To 20% of what they used to have in the Kano market before. But what happened? They fought government before they moved that in. And that's a sign that some big boys are there playing in that category, and that doesn't want that thing to occur. It took them about 6 years. I think it started in this APC man Ganduji's era, before they now concluded was it Ganduji's era or something like that. That is one about this thing. For GMO agenda is basically to reduce population. Now there's no this thing to cut corners about it. We know it's this Bill Gates agenda. That's what we are eating now, and that's why we are having most of these cancers. The rates of cancers growing, like Beneficiary said. That's why we are having some aberrations in childbirth, the likes of the increase in jaundice, autism, and other stuff. That is why we are having that. We are just eating GMOs now. I'm a graduate of agriculture, and I know I finished in 2009. I know during my, when you read agriculture in school, in university, like Olabisi Onabanjo University, UI, you will do core practical. It's not about reading books. I know how long it takes for cassava to germinate. We know it's between 6 months and 1 year, that period. Now, because these days you can have cassava of 3 months, you have other crops that will germinate lesser and faster than the old period. Those are the GMOs. If you have been to any palm oil plantation recently, I'm a bit of question retailer now, Omanga. But now you see palm oil plantation that you can harvest with your hand. That is not as tall as human being. No? All those things are GMO. Yes. It is not that we have oil and sign it. They already, TBC or modify one year and they brought them in. And we're already thinking about using them because we felt they are faster to germinate. And when it is faster, it reduces our cost of running the farm.
Yes.
Then all this insecurity, which I'm always skeptical to talk about, they know about it. Because I did a job in 2011. If anybody was in Abuja in 2011, there was this installation of a surveillance camera in Abuja. The company I first started working with, I work as a project supervisor that year, and we were in charge. We were one of those companies that were given the contract. So my boss got the contract, and it was a police project. It was a World Bank funded project. Chinese government was involved, and the state was also involved. That project will have ended insecurity, like the broad daylight robbery that we can talk of that is not captured, or any whatever thing that will have been captured on camera. But it was purely sabotage. But one day I had one of the sites we were working on at what was it called? Opposite Civil Service in Abuja. And that was the first site that came online that we connected to base station. You know, it's a camera site. It was powered by solar. It has a CP, that gives it the network to connect to base station. But there was one of this afternoon, we wanted to go and check that what we did well on that site to replicate on our other sites. Immediately we got there, it's not up to 5 minutes that we got to that site. We saw a police van behind us. They called them from base station that some people want to vandalize. Then we showed them our ID cards, that we are the one working on this site. What does that mean? They were seeing us on camera from the base station, that we are around that place. And they quickly called on their other police guys that were close by to come and track us down. If we were thieves that day, they would have arrested us. If we wanted to vandalize. Those things were meant to work, but some people sat on it. They did not let it work. So some people, we have about few guys, top big boys, benefiting from the wrath of the country. And on the long patch, they make the shots, they call the shots, they do things. That's why it is difficult. That's why it is so difficult to come out of this. If not this security team, Beneficiary, if you take this or era BK, how it started. That was what reminded me of this project I'm talking about. They brought this project when UN building was hit in Abuja that year. Erochi when UN building was hit with that was when this project came up. And it was doing fine. Whatever I went the last time, the October I went to Kano, I was also in Abuja. Those things, all the Pangolo, I will not even analyze them. Board the Kalu and the Kakiri at the pool, board the Kalu and the or to vandalize it. Their project was a waste. And some people were paid, some people were given money, some companies were employed. In fact, they knew they were not going to finish it. They knew they were going to share the money. They just allowed it They just allowed it to kickstart. For people to say they are now serious, now. No, MG project we can party. MG project is always endless. So thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Louis, I'm going to start one online on the car.
Because our lower shepherd, lower agbani ammunition ni shepherd. And the benefit from that road.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni ẹ̀dẹ̀ máa wò ó, ṣe rí ìlú yìí tó bá yẹ pé everybody cooperate ni. Àwọn tó jẹ́ main political actors yìí wọ́n ní 200 lọ.
Kí lè fẹ́ ṣe màmá?
Ṣe rí let me tell you one thing. Ṣe rí during last election. 11,000 lọ. 11,000. last political dispensation to occur during the presidential election gbà yẹn lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ tó ń gbà yẹn náà ẹ pé we have Atiku, we have Tinubu, and we have Peter Obi, and we were online then agitating, canvassing, trying to like tell people stuff like that. Now but if I am bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ gbà yẹn ẹ bá rántí ṣe rí election tó gbé president wọlé ń gbà yẹn Èkó vote for president vote for Tinubu, they voted for Peter Obi. About election yẹn gbà yẹn Èkó Lagos entirely the president he lost hands down kò ní vote lẹ́kọ̀ọ́. That is to tell you that àwọn èèyàn kan wà jẹ́ pé they are ready to make things work, but ṣé wàá rí àwọn tó jẹ́ bàjẹ́ ló pọ̀ jù lù yìí ìgbà tí vote tó máa láti north ó cover everybody ó lu gbogbo state pa ẹ̀wọ̀n pé ìlú yìí akànwá ni kò sí progress. Everybody people like Peter Obi ọ̀gá ẹ̀ dúró náà because the way that vote count and then LP people were happy hey, just wait see I said in the north but my north mo realize pé àwọn Hausa wọ́n máa ń ríra wọn àti Nigerian more than other Nigerians. Ẹ máa rí wọn ní Nigeria àwọn ọmọ 10 years old wọ́n ti ní PVC wọ́n ní NIN. South east ayàtọ̀ ṣe rí àwọn south west and south east entirely àdóyìn ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn mentalist kind of people. Now
èmi náà serve ní Delta State ní 2011 and I was privileged to do iṣẹ́ ìjẹ̀gà ńgbà yẹn tó fún wa lówó gidi. So within one of those periods àjẹgà sanwó gidi náà 80,000 lọ́dún yẹn in 2011 in 2010-2011. What I was trying to say is nígbà yẹn ní Delta State ní Ugele mo ti serve and ìwé lára àwọn community tó wà wà náà lọ wọ́n máa kó wọn jọ wá báyìí síwájú mi máa nà ilé ìwò tí ìtòrò kìíní ò mú bá àjà sí so eventually wọ́n wá rí pé mi ò gbà ọwọ́ àwọn ọ̀pá àjọ wà bẹ́ẹ̀ olùtọ́ wà ní kọ̀rọ̀ ọmọ àwọn máa kọ́ àwọn ọmọ yẹn lọ bá wọn àwọn ẹ̀ máa bá mi tọ́ba ti wá pàdé lálẹ́ wíìlì wíìlì lọ́ fún mi màá ní ìlò wọ́n á fowó flash mi báyìí wíìlì ìgbà tí òun ṣe kan tó ní kọ́ sí it is well wọ́n ní kẹ́ ẹ ṣàdéṣe kò sí wàhálà but some of àwọn tí wọ́n ṣe wà lọ́kì o ẹ mọ wáyé wọn tẹ́tì mi torí ìta gbangba ni mo kọ́ there were some people tẹ́ kọ́ gbé lórí omi tẹ́ kó orí omi ni wọ́n máa gbé orí omi ló máa cross lọ́bẹ̀ wọ́n máa sọ pé ṣùgbọ́n káwọn àwọn máa dá ẹ padà sí orí ilẹ̀ níbi tí ìṣẹ́ wà lórí pọ́ọ̀tì sí.
a lè tiẹ́ sínú omi tó bá sọ́ra.
so káwọn lọ́mọ nígbà yẹn wọ́n ṣe rerun election kan ọ̀gbọ̀rú àti Uganda nígbà yẹn lọ́dún yẹn wọ́n ṣe rerun election àwọn akọ́pà náà lọ lójú oníkanu wa báyìí oníbò ṣe tọ́lẹ̀ nínú bóòtù báyìí wọ́n yín já wọn bọ́lẹ̀ báyìí lọ́nà wọn sọ òun ní kíni òun fẹ́ máa ṣagídí pé wọ́n pé àwọn fẹ́ máa wọ́n tèkó oníwèé tí a kù wọ́n yẹ yọ sí nìyẹn pé we go waste you inside this water now the fish go chop you ó dẹ̀ ra kó ballot box lé wọn lọ́wọ́ ó dẹ̀ tẹ̀ kọ́tọ́ gbàdúrà lọ́wọ́ òun dẹ̀ sáì pàtó ó ṣàwọn pé owó ṣàlè lùsì lọ́nà méjì ó náà kọ́ sọ fún ọ pé ó dáa ló kò sọ tì mí ó ní kọ́pàdà náà yìí lè tọ́k ó cash lọ́dún méjì lọ́dún yẹn.
àìrẹ́gì o wọ́n yẹn tán we are not yet a country yet very good.
náà fún pé tó sọ́ọ̀ṣì bẹ́sẹ̀ ṣé ó máa lọ ṣagídí pẹ̀lú wọn tí ò lè wẹ̀ àdìgbò ló fẹ́ wẹ̀ kan tí sọ́mọ́bí tó ń wà ní tó ń bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí wẹ̀ ìgbò ló fẹ́ wẹ̀ ní. so he has to give in. èmi dájú ní ṣe pé bí mo wà lórí ilẹ̀ ọdẹ ojú gbangba.
àdìgbò ló ṣe ẹgbẹ́ ẹ bá ṣe àkíyàn jù wọ́n á tún fi yé yín pé abẹ́ àwọn lẹ́wà.
àwọn pọ̀lìpì sọ pé má rìnrìn alẹ́ o má sọ pé òun wá ọmọ kiri lálẹ́ o má rìnrìn alẹ́ o and 2 weeks later ní community yẹn ni òun jáde lẹ́yìn kan lọ ní tiẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ gbọ̀ngàn gbà yẹn for that period gbàtọ́ ti já mi ní pẹ́rọ pàkókò wọ́ má rìnrìn alẹ́ o.
No, Mr. Mrs. Mr. Maki, Mr. Mrs.
No, but Jerry Kini is everywhere. I don't Southwest. Gbogbo àwọn remote areas yẹn. Irú Èkó ni a ti sọ pé àyẹ̀wò pé a clean lórí registration. Ṣé láwọn Southwest àwọn ìgbèríko wa ẹ̀ ọmọ ọdún mẹ́jọ kan. Tẹ bá fẹ́ rí bí
Èkó la clean.
No,
Èkó náà. Àwọn èdè pọ̀ jù Èkó. Wọ́n máa mú wẹ̀rẹ̀ náà máa sọ pé APC ló tẹ̀ fún, APC ló tẹ̀ fún, APC ló tẹ̀ fún. Ṣé ìgbésókè ìgbésókè mọ̀ wọ̀nyí kọ̀ ẹ̀kọ́ ni pé.
ìyẹn là ń sọ ibi tí wọ́n sọ underage registration ni. Ẹ mọ̀ pé olùtayé lè kú. Olùtayé lè kú. Bọ̀ àwọn
ọ̀rẹ́ máa gbé ẹ̀pìtì nígbà.
Ṣé mọ̀ kọ́ fi ń grow bàtà àwọn tó wá bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ kan tó wá bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ tó rán sí mi. You know, say we won't use this thing. Not to be grow polling booth ni. Pé mọ̀ pé ó ní certain number tó máa rí tó máa ní community polling booth mẹ́fà láti tẹ́lẹ̀. Bọ̀ nísìnyí àti ní so number ó yẹ kó fún wa ní polling booth mẹ́wàá tọ́tọ́ fi ṣe nìyẹn. Ara nǹkan tó fi ṣe nìyẹn. Ẹni tó rán sí mi lọ́dún yẹn pé kó talk mi. Nǹkan tó ń gbà later ìbùkún wa fi agídí ṣe mo kàn talk kan pé sọ́mọ̀ pé èmi ni mo wà ní ìta gbangba jù. Na if anybody is coming pé èmi lọ́ máa wá bá ọdẹ àgbẹ̀ ìgbà yẹn ló bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí fún mi ní 7,000 owó oúnjẹ lọ́sẹ̀ tó fún àwọn tó kù ìgbà tí mo bá wọn sọ di wàhálà. So torí ọ̀dà ẹ̀jẹ̀ ṣíṣe àwòtán kárí bàjẹ́ gbogbo wa là ń ṣe gbogbo àtẹ̀yẹ south east àti north àti south south.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni ṣe rí òfin pọ̀ nílùú pàlú ni pé normally no, let's call a spade a spade. This country to me Oba, I've always believed that this country is not yet a country. It's not yet a full-fledged democratic country. To me, we are just like indigenous people that just gather. We are Baba Sukura, Baba Tawa, we don't go together. In the country of Jubi.
We are not structured.
We are alive. We are not structured. Terry, now, Terry, you want to more family openly. Tabanika was saying, you're saying we're about like, let me say like 65 or 60 something years of age. Sherry, nice countries like United States of America. Only years because I don't know what they pay. Onwards to Nigeria, no better one that. No one better one as at our age like this. The check American thing. America is about 258 years of age. The check America to take back on. So what I'm trying to drag, the point I'm trying to drag is that a time is coming to just pay ìlú yìí náà Nàìjíríà a máa ríra wa tán àti ṣe additional sense yẹn ó máa become so difficult for those actors to get involved into it because
that is where that is where the problem lies because now tabasopa fẹ́ dúró ní táìmù yẹn gbogbo àwọn tó kówó jẹ àwọn náà lọ sí máa wà lókè because àwọn máa ti ní generational wealth. Tọ́mọ máa lo wealth wọn máa fi position àwọn èèyàn síbẹ̀. That is what we must not see. We can listen. Have you seen how these people are positioning their children? Go and check the House of Representatives. We see the son of everybody there. The sons and daughters of governors.
Cross multiplication of agriculture. Ọmọ Ọbaṣá ó máa lọ fẹ́ ọmọ Àlíkò ọmọ Yẹmí Ọ̀sínbàjò ó máa lọ fẹ́ wọ́n ti fi wọ́n fẹ́ ra wọn.
Òun ni wọ́n sọ fún ẹ pé ìjọba ní balọ̀ tó lórí pé tó bá di táàmù kan Nàìjíríà. Do you know what they call generational wealth? Do you know what that means?
Bẹ́ẹ̀.
Magbọ́. Oh, ní level tó fi kówó jẹ. Look at the governor of Kebbi State. Ó sign 10 billion. 10 billion. Kí àwọn èèyàn 1,300 people. That is just art. Jọ. Kí ló lè
Bene.
Ciao, grazie mille.
padà rí 2030 campaign ẹni padà rí 2030 ẹni padà rí 2030 kí n padà máa campaign ní gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì ṣẹ́rí kí ní kòtí mo wọlé sáà ní you cannot make it without getting involved ṣẹ́mọ̀ before you can make things involved ẹ̀mọ̀ o lè make anything láì tó bá kàn sọ̀rọ̀ tó bá kàn fà lẹ́yìn ẹ̀ńtà ọkọ̀ máa fà lónìí.
I know.
We are having this conversation for the people to know what is going on. People don't know what is going on.
Ọba ẹ máa wo ọ̀dọ́ wọn gbà ní òkè mọ̀sán
Beneficiary
ní Abẹ́òkúta.
Tẹ́lẹ̀ ìkọ́tọ́ lò.
Ní òkè mọ̀sán bíbá ìlú Abẹ́òkúta ní títí tó fi gba àwọn èèyàn sí fọ́ọ̀mù tí olúkálukú wà àmọ́. Mo dẹ̀ ọ̀pọ̀ fẹ́ employ èèyàn. Àwa èèyàn tá à ń ṣiṣẹ́ ń bẹ̀ àmọ́ ìgbà tí wọ́n gba àwọn èèyàn. Àkọ́ṣà àwọn different kind of faces. Ìgbàlélé join ministry bí ìgbàlélé wá bí àmọ́ rárá.
Ọyọ gbóyún tẹ́kì níwájú Nàìjíríà.
Gbogbo akọ̀ dúró síbẹ̀ lọ sókè. Ọ́fíìsì àwa náà ní gbogbo àwà. Ẹ̀rẹ̀ ọ̀pẹ fẹ́ gba àwọn èèyàn. Ìṣèbí ẹ̀kẹ́ mú wa lọ síwájú ni. Àwọn ètò bá dé ń bọ̀ ẹ̀ lọ sí dáwà tí kò bẹ̀. Ẹ wá gba àwọn èèyàn. Àwa tá à ń ṣiṣẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ àmọ́ ibẹ̀ recruit àwọn èèyàn sí local government wọn bíbá ní òkè mọ̀sán bí lábẹ́òkúta bíbá. So ṣé bẹ̀rẹ̀ afẹ́ kí wọ́n á dàgbà sí àbí bẹ̀rẹ̀ kí n bímọ sí kí n wá rọ́pò kí mo ṣiṣẹ́ ní local government kọ́ orí kókó wípé mo ṣiṣẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ fi mí sókè mi ì mú bọ̀.
Ẹ wo ẹ má yẹ tán ìlú yóò kí n ṣe ìlú bákan wà ní wàláì àkàngádà ni it's not yet the country yet dákan wà.
Yes, carry the strongest weapon tó ti lò tó dẹ̀ wọ́ fún wọn or is poverty.
Yes.
The strongest weapon. Tọ́lọ̀ tó wọ́ fún.
And they keep using it.
Any of our posts only and one useless food in a day will be shouting on your mandate and attacking for 20k. That was 20,000.
Yes, na poverty.
Ṣé bàbá tiẹ̀ sọ pé bẹ́ẹ̀ 30,000 ẹ̀gbọ́n tó ọ̀tẹ̀ bá ṣe láǹtì wọ̀ níbi island yìí wọ́n á ta bottle water fún yín ní 20,000. Tẹ́ẹ̀bà gbé ìṣẹ̀ tó jókòó ní ọkọ̀ náà fẹ́.
Àti mú bọ́tù ọ̀tà ní 3k already now. Location ló yà
poverty yẹn.
5k bottle water location lè yàtọ̀. Ojú náà ọ̀sẹ̀ tó wáyà àpòlùpà ó sọ ní pọ́tọ́ọ̀tù àpòlùpà máa jẹ́ pé 50k ní bottle water ẹ̀yọ̀ kan nù. Ṣé ìmọ̀ ni? Owó ló yàtọ̀.
Bẹ̀tẹ̀ àwọn náà mo sọ pé ẹ bá wọ bí tẹ́ ẹ understand tẹ́ ẹ mọ price wọn. Mo yẹ ti mú mi tán, wọ́n á kàn ní kẹ́ swipe card. Ẹ gbọ́ pé 20,000. Yìnyín kọ́ fẹ́ lọ pa. Lọ́tọ̀ lọ fi ara ẹ̀ 20,000. Tẹ́lẹ̀ wọ́n lò bọ́ sẹ́ pé tó bá ti wá sí ìbàdàn ní ìdúwà ẹ̀. Many people can get option. Òun ló fa tẹ́lẹ̀ mo máa ń bá àwọn tó máa ń dìbò àwọn tó máa ń tẹ̀lé wọn kiri tó máa ń gba àkàrà ẹ̀ in fact àwọn tẹ̀lé máa ń gúdù nìyẹn nígbà àwọn tó máa ń gba àkàrà ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ election tó máa ń gba ráìsì yẹn but later mo wò pé ẹlòmíì gan ò lọ́pṣọ̀n mọ́ because they are using they've used it so strong gan is the biggest on their weapon and to find a way out of it ọlọ́run ni. Weapon tó ń lò ní then another one òun làwọn ẹ̀sìn wa yìí ọlọ́ṣàánú ṣe rí poverty àti ẹ̀sìn òun lọ lò.
The ones hand in hand.
Tẹ̀rẹ́ ẹ̀sìn yẹn
àwọn kan wá lójú. Poverty àti ẹ̀sìn ó wọ́ọ̀kì hand in hand.
Ẹ̀ náà ìbílẹ̀bí náà ló ń ṣẹ̀sìn ìbílẹ̀bí náà ló ń ṣẹ̀sìn ló ń gba ẹ̀sìn lágbọ̀ sórí ẹ̀yìn máa jẹ́ kó sọ fún mi pé kí n pa ọ̀tá ara mi pé màá rí virgin méje ní ọ̀run.
Àṣekọ̀ ẹ̀ nígbà tí mi ya wèrè kí ló pè é.
Mo fẹ́ káwọn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ méje. Ṣé I understand? Ìmọ̀ máa rò pé ṣé ní ayé ìgbọ́n mo lè máa rí virgin náà. Ṣé mo ẹ tí orí ẹ̀ ti yí ebi ti yí orí ẹ̀ lónìí. Òun ló ń ṣẹ̀sìn lágbó ló gbé ẹ̀sìn lágbà sódì. Ẹ tí ebi ń pa ló ń gbẹ̀sìn lágbà sódì. gbogbo alálẹ́sìn wa bí ó ní level tí ọkọ̀ tó máa brain wash wa dé now but they use that ẹ̀sìn yẹn wọ́n lò another big weapon ṣe pé wọ́n fi divide àwọn èèyàn that's another thing and ìyẹn náà ó strong jù ní òkè ọ̀yà wọn yà bí ọ̀rẹ́ máa sùn wọn ní Yorùbá nìfẹ́ ó strong jù ní north yẹn because gbogbo àwọn tó ń dìbò fún on that basis ni yes. I stood there now and I know what happened I stood there and I know what happened kọ́kọ́ sọ fún ẹ kọ́kọ́ nà ká sí pé ìwọ yìí pé o ṣe pé arúgbó yẹn o ṣe ẹlẹ́sìn tí wọ́n arúgbó pé unbeliever yẹn kò tẹ́kì àwọn boys yẹn ní one day láti bring ọ̀tá yẹn down kọ́kọ́ tẹ̀ náà wọ́n ṣe pé sọ́rẹ́ mi yìí o then these almajiri stuff nígbà tí wọ́n kánò náà ní October yẹn mo rẹ̀ mi kan sọ̀rọ̀ mo ní why can they not cancel this almajiri yóò dé rẹ́ ni only it's an old tradition tó burú láti cancel ẹ mọ̀ tó mọ̀ kí ni kí n bí mo tán sìn kí wọ́n mọ́ mọ́ mi at age of 2-3 kó lọ sọ́dọ̀ àfa kan kó máa lọ́kọ́ kí o mi ò sẹ́ndì owó sí mi lọ mi kí n lọ bẹ̀ wò pé báwo ló ṣe máa jẹun ọmọ mi báwo lè kí ló jẹ láàárọ̀ ẹ̀ ọmọ yẹn ọ̀dọ̀ àfa yẹn kí ó ní àfa yẹn jẹ́ àti shelter bọ́mọ yẹn ṣe máa jẹ́ ọmọ yẹn ló máa lọ wá fúnra rẹ̀ òun làwọn ebi ní hostel mo wà I went to Federal Government College Kano inú hostel wa wọn ń jẹ́ ká gbé oúnjẹ lọ hostel eat your food in the dining hall or you throw it in the bin ọmọ gbé abọ́ lásẹ̀gbẹ̀ wa ní entrance dining hall báyìí ni ó jẹun ẹ ebi ò parí àdá kọsà àwọn ọmọ tó fẹ́ àwọn ọmọ yẹn ti line sójú window wa àwọn ọmọ yẹn mọ̀ bàtà máa ń jẹun àárọ̀ tá à ń jẹun sọ̀dá àjẹdálẹ̀ ọmọ àwọn ọmọ school compound wa gbóúnjẹ àjẹkù tí wọn ló máa pile up àjẹkù bíi 400 students ló máa dájọ fún àwọn ẹ̀ tó máa pé fún wọn àwọn ẹ̀ mọ breakfast time wọn gan tó àwa lọ fáwọn àti ṣáájú wa ní kínní fáwọn ẹ̀ ṣe fìdá ẹ̀ láìpẹ́ wọ́n á tún lọ gàrú ṣé ọmọ bẹ́ẹ̀ lẹ wá ní pé ó máa láàánú òbí ló máa ọmọ tí ò rí lọ́ọ̀bù ọjọ́ kan ìgbàgbọ́ ẹ tó bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ ní ó ní it's just òun ò lè understand ẹ̀ ó ní the same man tó fi ọmọ ẹ̀ sí tó lọ fọmọ ẹ̀ sọ́dọ̀ èèyàn pé kó máa lọ kọ́ kí ó lè kéta fọmọ ẹ̀ is this same man ló máa tọ́jú màálù ló gbádùn màálù ẹ̀ ọ̀rẹ́ mi ẹni kò mú náà ó ní that àárín yẹn is just incomprehensible abẹ́ ẹ̀ understand mi èèyàn kan tá a sọ pé kò lè tọ́jú ọmọ ẹ̀ sí tó mọ́ ọmọ ẹ̀ lọ sọ́dọ̀ èèyàn pé kó máa lọ tọ́jú màálù the same person ló tọ́jú màálù
ìlú ìlàsàn
ló máa rí màálù
ẹni tí màálù bá dẹ̀ sáré bá a máa ké.
So ṣe kẹ́yọ̀ understand ẹni yẹn bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ẹni pẹ̀lú understand ẹni yẹn bẹ́ẹ̀ o gbé o bímọ o tà síta o tiẹ̀ táwọn ògbówó o kò sọ́nù kó máa lọ wá láìpẹ́ o wá tọ́jú màálù o ń kẹ́ màálù o ń gẹ màálù. ṣebí jọ ọ̀gá Jonathan láti ṣe almajiri school ní ọdún yẹn ṣe rí láti wù làbìlàbì ṣùgbọ́n ti kọ́ ọkọ̀ school náà wọ́n ṣàbótàgé ẹ̀ ní. That thing will have liberated us from all this nǹkan sọ yìí. Kẹ́rí àwọn guys yìí Obilant tó bá rí Northern Land tó bá ṣe kiri Obilant pa.
Obilant
tó bá kàwé o.
Tó bá kàwé nu wọn.
Obilant o.
Wọ́n tún máa ń jẹ́ kí wọ́n jẹ́rí ìgbà táwọn ní camp ìkọ́nú àwọn Northern Land ẹ̀ dájú plan ní bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn bóyá dé báyìí ẹ̀ pé camp yẹn ti 21 days ni. When you did be on the 7th, like after that camp in entrance. All the logistic platoon, the first platoon, and normally your platoon according to the man position everybody. When you look back, you do the general platoon over one the platoon. At long run, we might go for the accommodation. When the man will pay, community sponsor on Paris school. When you get out of pay, some man phone in incentive every month. Money. Ẹ̀bẹ̀ ni ọ̀pọ̀ ìsọ pé òun máa ní
ìyá jẹ́ ọ̀tá wa ní south west o.
Mà sí Nàìjíríà. Mà sí Nàìjíríà.
Ìyá jẹ́ wá south west.
Bàbá ìyá.
Ẹni kọ́tẹ́ sọ yìí. Ṣẹ́rí ìgbà tí mi wọ school, mo wọ secondary school ní 1994.
Mr. Badmus.
Wow.
Nasarawa ni mo ti sọ.
1994 ni mo wọ secondary school. Ibi táwa ti mú chẹ́ẹ̀kì tá a fi san school fees kó sanwó sí bank. Mo rántí ìgbà yẹn a máa lọ fi tẹ́lá tá a lọ sanwó sí báǹkì yẹn la máa mú wá sí school. Bí ọkùnrin ṣe sọ̀rọ̀ sí mo rántí bíbọ̀ ìkan ó mú local government paper wá kò ń bó sí local government òun ló tẹ́ndà. Wọ́n rẹ̀ bí what the fuck ìwé local government lè mú wa. Ìgbà tí wọ́n wá àlọ́bìlà wọ́n á rí pé lóòótọ́ wọ́n tì wọ́n wá ní àyíwọ́n náà lọ school dẹ́dẹ́dẹ́dẹ́ ọgbọ́n náà lọ which is also happening in the Niger Delta region. Ìyẹn ìgbà tí mo sábà ní Delta state yẹn in fact ó ní bọ́ọ̀ kan lára àwọn ọmọ tí wọ́n kọ́ sùn gbà yẹn ọmọ ẹ ti wá sí corpus lodge wá níjọ́ kan tí gbogbo àárí ìkọ̀tà bẹ́ẹ̀ jẹ wọ́n ní kọ́pà wetin happen now ó ní àná olú just get ó ní àwọn ó kàn fà mí síta ni ó ní bros don't tell your others o they pay me one money the super deck the super deck ni I think the super deck ló wà in charge of oil producing nígbà pé fún mi ní nẹ̀ṣà kìnìún kan oil producing state nàbí ṣe the super deck ní ṣá ọmọ fún wọn ní pipeline gba community wọn kọjá wọn máa fún 50,000 lórí ọdọọdún nígbà yẹn I'm talking of 2010 wọ́n ti máa gbàdúrà bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ́sìn.
Yes sir.
So ọmọ máa fún ọmọ tí wọ́n sọ ní JSS3 ló wà ọmọ it was just it was barely it was not to 20 o ó ní àtẹ̀lé give us one money o kọ́pà ọmọ ẹ̀dẹ̀ mú mi ó dẹ̀ mú mi lọ bìkan ó dẹ̀ lọ lórí jẹ fún mi mo á wò báyìí ó ní they give us money now I get money for am wọ́n á wò later tẹ́lá àwọn míì àwọn máa kọ́ ọ́nù kíláàsì báyìí wọ́n máa wòye bí wèrè àwọn ẹni lówó ọmọ tó ti gba upfront 200k lọ́dún ní ìbọn kọ́pà tó gba ayélujára àgbàgbà rẹ̀ 9,750 làwọn bá bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ ẹnu ọ̀ ríran ọ̀rọ̀ ṣé gbogbo mi ò bí ẹ ti láì láti ṣẹlẹ̀ rẹ ní south west state bí àfàwọn Oǹdó tó súnmọ́ wọn.
Kò tí o kò sí south west ó máa dá rẹ̀ tó ó máa dá rẹ̀ tó.
Oǹdó tó súnmọ́ wọn.
Àlọ́ jọ́n fún ìwé lówó lòdò ṣá ní òbẹ́ o.
Oǹdó wà lọ́dà oil producing state ó wà lọ́dà the super deck yẹn.
Oǹdó produce oil náà bọ̀ mi ò rò pé Nàìjíríà gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì fọ́kàn nísùúrù mi ò rò pé Nàìjíríà gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì fọ́kàn oil Oǹdó. Or ti Badagry ìdílé ti Oǹdó or Badagry ni wọ́n ti fọ́kàn.
So gbogbo gidi yẹn ìwẹ̀ àwọn fi push wọn láti kàwé ni o wọ́n fi push wọn.
Ṣẹ́rí àwọn northerners yẹn àwọn elite wọ́n máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ kan wọ́n máa ní àwọn lọ ní Nàìjíríà.
Àwọn náà ní Nàìjíríà ayé wọn máa ní.
Ṣẹ́rí for all this nonsense to stop there is only one solution. Ṣẹ́rí àwọn tó máa ń defend rubbish wọ́n máa ń defend ìjọba tí ò ṣe dáadáa. Ká máa lọ mú wọn nílé ká máa mend wọn ká máa fún wọn ní proper mentoring. Àwọn ní 20,000 yìí wọ́n máa jẹ. Àwọn ìjà ń sẹ wọ́n máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí bẹ̀rẹ̀.
No, ṣe mọ̀ pé we are just fighting our own.
Do not ever know last week or upper last week mo lọ sí airport. Tẹ bá bí ibi tí mo ti jẹun ní airport yẹn gbogbo wa àfàwọn méjì tá a wá láti Abẹ́òkúta tá a fẹ́ lọ picnic ní Yorùbá. Ọ̀hún yòókù Haúsá ní gbogbo wọn. Máa wí tí ọba tí a lọ commit crime ló sìn àbí tí ọba tí a lọ ṣe kó báwo ni wọ́n ṣe fẹ́ defend rẹ̀. Gbà tó jẹ́ Haúsá ní gbogbo wọn pátápátá.
Bàbá mi ṣe ààrẹ gbogbo gbogbo lé ẹ̀yìn ká sọ̀rọ̀
àwọn ọmọ ìyá mi lè rí òye ẹ̀ sílẹ̀.
Ẹ̀ka sọ̀rọ̀ kan ẹ̀yìn ká sọ̀rọ̀ tó wà ẹ̀ má yẹn tàn yín èmi ti wà náà ayé ń sìn ọmọ tàyà mo kí ọmọ kiri náà wà àti àwọn kiri mo jẹ́ sí àwọn Benin you understand but one thing I want you to understand is that this Nigeria is not a one country ẹ̀ má jà para wa tọrọ àwọn kì í ṣe one country but kìnìún kan tí bẹ́ẹ̀ kẹ́ bọ́ understand ni pé because back in like 3 years ago tí wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí agitate fún secession you understand you see secession can actually occur based on the lines according to the Nigerian constitution ó indicated pé tí ẹ bá fẹ́ pín o ọ̀nà tẹ́ máa gbà tẹ́lẹ̀ fi pín lélẹ̀ but pé Nàìjíríà jẹ́ one country yẹn irọ́ nìyẹn ò sí ń bẹ̀ ní ò lè ṣẹlẹ̀ ní ò kí ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ẹ̀ má yẹn tọ́ yẹn àwọn kan wà Nàìjíríà sọ pé they are more Nigerian than we Nigerian tẹ́ bá rí gbọ́n politicians tọ́mọ bẹ́ẹ̀ di Buhari.
That is the national. That is the national. They are more Nigerian than we.
Than we are Nigerian. Yes na ọ̀n kì í pamọ́ náà a máa ń sọ fún wa pé they are born to rule. Gbọ́dọ̀ yẹn.
Àwọn kì í jáfa bíi tiwa.
Kì í jáfa àwọn là ń kó Nàìjíríà àwọn là ń sá lọ. Ṣẹ́rí ìjẹba lọ sí north ṣẹ́rí kìíní kan ní ìjẹba ti kó ní báyìí ní ké wà Àbújá báyìí bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí lọ sí north ẹ máa ti di pé ẹ ti wọnú country kankan entirely ẹ máa rí bọ́nà wọn ṣe rí ẹ máa ní gbogbo landscape ẹ bóyá fine tó ẹ máa ní gbogbo ẹ bóyá clean tó.
Jẹ́ ká bára wa náà wí bàbá wọ́n kà á ṣe 8 years ọ̀nà ọ̀tà ò ṣe rí ẹ kọ́ state tó ní the best road nílùú ìṣá Niger state ni.
The north entirely ọ̀nà wọn fà ní jẹ́ pé.
Niger state ni ló ní the best road and it's the hard work of Babaji àti Abdulsalam.
Ìlú yìí. Abdulsalam Abubakar.
Economically, what is our contribution? Zero.
Niger ṣe ń gbá yín for the contribute. Kí ló dé?
Àwọn sọ fún àwọn ọmọ ọmọ ṣiṣẹ́.
Economically, zero.
Ìyá náà kò ní anything zero na. Kí náà ní?
Only Kano that add a little bit to the GDP. Only Kano, the rule of laws.
Tó fi jẹ́ pé tó lágbára dé tó rí aspire as president in this country o máa kọ́ lọ rí àwọn èèyàn kan ní north náà kó tó kọ́ máa láwẹ̀. ó ní woman kan ní north ní ìmọ̀lùkọ́ woman ẹ̀ kò sí ní ìgbà tó fẹ́ ṣe ìgbà 2023 president election yẹn Tinubu débẹ̀ Àtíkù débẹ̀ ẹ̀gbọ́n yìí nítorí òun náà débẹ̀ ọ̀n lọ rí woman ẹ̀ Fúlàní woman ẹ̀. Yàrá ẹ̀hàn kí ìlú yìí àwọn kan wà tẹ́ pé wọ́n máa jẹ́ pé wá ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ́gbẹ̀rún wa. Ṣẹ́rí Àríwá Haúsá Yorùbá àti Ìgbò kò yẹ kí wá ó yẹ ká pín. Ṣẹ́rí normally gbogbo náà àwọn ìṣòwò rẹ̀ àwọn ẹ̀gbọ́n Sunday gbogbo náà agitate yẹn agitation wọn ó wà justifiable but ọ̀nà tó ń gbé gbà ní ọ̀nà tí kò right because ìdílé yẹ kí wọ́n máa charge wọn fún treason. Ṣẹ́rí kí n kàn ní nípa country entirely ni pé tó bá ti lè mú ẹ kó jẹ president the first alliance tó máa kọ́ sign ni pé you must sign that this country must be seen as an indissoluble entity. Ìlú yìí kò gbúdọ̀ pẹ́ lórí ẹ̀ o máa kọ́ sign yẹn náà. Fáwọn ẹ̀kọ́ sign yẹn now anybody tó bá ti wà against such details wọ́n máa rí as a person tó wà into treason wọ́n máa rí offence as a treasonable offence and it's a felony offence òun lẹ́wọ̀n ni nítorí kan já àlàyé lóko yìí ẹ̀gbọ́n Nnamdi Kanu ẹ̀ lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ fún àlàyé yẹn life imprisonment. Tó bá jẹ́ pé tí wàá ń jẹ pé wọ́n bá ẹ̀gbọ́n Sunday Igboho bẹ̀bẹ̀ ọba má ní kókó ọba during Buhari jì ìbá má lọ sí ẹsẹ̀ lásán ìbá wà lẹ́wọ̀n báyìí. Ṣé wàá rí Sowore nítorí pé Sowore yìí lọ́pọlọ ẹ̀gbọ́n yìí wà more educated than others ẹ̀ nígbà ó ní kàwé díẹ̀ lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ máa bó ṣe ń gbégbá ẹ̀ bó ṣe ń pilot ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ ó ń pilot according to the democratic rules. I understand. Tó bá jẹ́ pé ìlú yìí afẹ́ jẹ́ kí ìlú yìí lọ bó ṣe lọ ni àwọn stipulated rules kan wà tó wà ní constitution jẹ́ pé ó sọ bí a ṣe lè pín ìlú yìí lọ́tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ pé bá a lọ́tọ̀. Now tẹ́bá check the whole state in the country entirely we have about 36 states. Nínú 36 states yẹn state mẹ́fà ló jẹ́ south west Lagos Ondo Kwara Ekiti Ọ̀yọ́ Ogun state we have 6 states that belong to Yoruba. We have about 7 states that belong to Igbo. The remaining states here, they have like 60 states that belong to the north. And the one getting country, worst part is pay out of the north that belong to the out of the state that belong to the north. Our states come and say population won't be 1 million low. On the state, on the allowance, on by incentives, on by everything adequately. Ẹ máa lè pé ìlú yìí kò sí ìlú yìí òjòrò ni òjòrò. No, Kwara was southwest too. Kwara was normally Kwara. I'm from Kwara State. Am I in Tony? I was born in Umaran. I was raised in Umaran. Kwara would have been part of the southwest. Calculate because Burkini Konigbe in Go State one, Kwara State. 80% Kwara Yoruba check details in marry. But àwọn tó jẹ́ Fúlàní ń bẹ̀ wọ́n máa jẹ́ ká mọ̀ pé Yorùbá wá bá wọn ní according to the history. Now ṣé ní bá ń jiyàn pé Kwara State yẹn kò kí n ṣe inú tí ń ṣẹlẹ̀ o because me I was born in Kwara State. Wọ́n ti ń jiyàn Kwara State nígbà tí wọ́n ti ń gbìyànjú àwọn Fúlàní àti Bòrú wọ́n ti ń jiyàn pé ní Kwara State láti àti wọ́n ti wà ní primary 5 primary 4. So for secondary school time mi because my school is boys only. Tí wọ́n lọ school gbà yẹn dáàdi máa ń tẹ̀lé wa. Come on, because Puru máa jẹ́ mọ̀ pé àwọn nílùú. Now we are kind of agitating for a state entirely, a separate state. We are waiting for them to give us a Gomina state. When they find a Gomina state, I might become the 7th state that belongs to the southwest, to the Yorubas. Charity Yorùbá pín tẹ́ẹ̀bùdì lọ́tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ a máa ríra wa. Èèyàn tó bá yẹ ká lọ dùmọ́lé a máa lọ dùmọ́lé. Ṣẹ́rí nọ́ọ̀tì. Ẹ má yẹn tọ̀ ṣẹ́rí nọ́ọ̀tì bí dọ̀tí ṣe wà yẹn. Wọ́n ní rules kan tó ń fọ́lọ̀ náà tó dẹ̀ jẹ́ kí wẹ́ẹ̀ máa tó yẹ kí environment wọn máa lọ dáadáa. They follow one single voice. Bàbá gbọ́ ẹ máa ń tẹ̀lé. Táwọn sọ pé tí tí wọ́n sọ́tà sọ pé ẹni báyìí ẹ lọ pa wà láìní kò ní lọ́jọ́ kejì ọmọ lọ pa ni. They follow one single voice because they believe in that religion. Religions wọn ní nọ́ọ̀tì yẹn ó dúró digbidigbi wọ́n ríra wọn tán wọ́n lè bára wọn sọ̀rọ̀. Now, Shawari Kidika don't look against you, they are using populations against the whole country entirely. Because as far as now is concerned, they check Nigerian population, MIP about 101 is in the north. 101% of this country, like the country by population, the Nigerian population might be 240 million. North in the Kama carry about 110 million. You see? And they keep on using that populations to gain strength. And that is what happened in the last presidential political dispensation. Tí tó gbé President Tinubu wọlé. Ìgbà tí káka election southwest tán, tí ẹgbẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń wíkì ní southwest. Ìgbà tí wọ́n máa gbé election north dé, mo ti kẹ́ ìwọ̀n ìgbìmọ̀ nípa ẹ̀pẹ́ sí. Nǹkan tó ń bọ̀ láti north, kẹ̀kẹ́ ó tó kẹ̀kẹ́ báyìí. Àwọn ẹ̀ ti máa ń dìbò 2 weeks before the election. And you now say this country will go forward. How? Sherry Tinubu ti jẹ́ nígbà tó kìíní kan tó ń dúró wọ́ọ̀sì ni pé Sherry for now the current JS only boys thank you bami Sherry the reason why this country is still like as of now ni pé ẹ̀yìn ló jẹ́ president wa ó weak let me explain some turning point for us. Sherry influence America influence the United States in the country ó lágbára gan and the reason why it's like that is because our presence is in their hands. Sherry, when the president was during his youthful age, to America, to Chicago, ẹgbẹ́ yẹn ṣe àwọn nonsense kan gbà yẹn tó yẹ pé gbogbo àwọn nonsense were documented. I don't want to go into details. Tẹ́bá ń follow ẹgbẹ́ yẹn dáadáa, aláyé rẹ̀ nù ọmọkiri. Ẹgbẹ́ yẹn lọ ó ní gbogbo àwọn research and gbà yẹn. We seen everything online then. Now, ṣé wàá kí ní kọ́ pa America ni pé people like us now in Nigeria, we always feel like we don't have data. Irọ́ ni o, kò sí èèyàn kan Nàìjíríà tí Amẹ́ríkà ò mọ̀, gbogbo ọ̀pọ̀ tọ́ta ní data. àyàfi tó bá ní fóònù lọ́lọ́kùn ṣẹ́rí fóònù tó wà lọ́wọ́ wa yìí be it an Android or an iOS it is more informative it is more fóònù yẹn he knows you more than yourself ṣẹ́rí kìíní ṣẹ́rí táṣe wáyé sí ẹ bá check fóònù yìí as I on this line now on this slide now check your phone let me show you one thing if you are using iPhone check your phone you see the first layer of your phone it has timing it has bars, network bars, and other battery bars. Ṣẹ́rí lókè battery bars MRE points kan bẹ̀ either yellow. Tí Bennett wà ń sìn Bennett wà on video calls, it will give Bennett green. I don't know if you check that, please confirm for me. Come on, for you green. Ṣẹ́rí green tó fún yín yẹn automatically it's under record. Everything you are saying is being recorded. Every pocket you are doing is ṣe what about on live on audio ó máa fún ẹ yellow tó fún ẹ it's recording every voice you are uttering now ṣe what's part ni pé tó jẹ́ what's funny pé see if you are not looking sometimes if you are not making any video calls or you are not on audio recording these details ó máa ń pop up fún lára ẹ̀ tó máa record rẹ̀. Sharing the CIA, they can pass through your TV, your television to monitor everything. See, me, I always talk saying something online. All these guys are doing scam. Man, from a program. But then say, copy or corny. So I make a copy of mom, chicken. They know everywhere you are. They know everything about you. What are you hiding? Now, that's what I'm actually going to. Where I'm actually driving at is this. Sherry, I want United States. One month, President wa only aware so low. Ẹ máa rí pé ní púpọ̀ náà ap ò lọ́wọ́n Los America ẹ máa ń bá àtìkù àti Los America àtìkù lágbára. Náà jẹ́ kí n sọ pé Tinubu pé kó wá ó yẹn ń sún mẹ́yìn because ó mọ̀ pé ó ní ẹ̀sùn tó ti dálẹ̀ nílùú ọ̀dọ̀ wọn. Náà tó bá ní pé kó yá gbé tó bá ní kó wá tó bá ní kó bàtà ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ hàn bí ìjọba ó máa bàtà ẹ̀. Tí kò bàtà ẹ̀ máa gbọ́ ọjọ́ ẹbí àwọn abọ́dọ̀ tàbí ọjọ́ ìpín will be publishing 40 chapters of the Nigerian president scam drug details. Of being painted down. You see, there are some certain instruments that are not seen that these upper hand people are using against this country. That is what we will wait for now. Anything that has to do with rapid development cannot come to this country for now. Èèyàn kan tí wọ́n pé ìwé ìmọ̀ as far as those politicians is concerned is Peter Obi. Díẹ̀ náà ní òbí tó kó náà tiẹ̀ náà mọ́ dáadáa náà díẹ̀ ni. So ìlú yóò lè dá for now. Káwọn òbí sọ pé to me as ẹni amáyẹ̀tọ̀ yẹn bẹ́ẹ̀ I purposely give up as far as anything is concerned.
Network here bad.
Ọtí mú ọba lóhùn ọba ti sòtọ́jú o.
Ọba ti ká sọ fún ti.
Ọba ti ká.
Wọ́n ti 2030 bẹ́ẹ̀ àgbà gbọ́dọ̀ lọ́sùn. Wọ́n ní sọ́lẹ̀ fún. Wọ́n ti ń pa fún ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ ọ̀tá.
Tó bá di mi.
2030 kéésì ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ẹ̀kọ́. Ẹ̀sìn náà tó bílẹ̀ náà ilé fún yìí.
Sẹ́yìn náà ni máa lọ kọrin. Ẹ má lọ múlú bí fẹ́sì ìlànà yọ.
Ẹ̀yin máa ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀. Kọ̀ọ̀lù gbogbo máìkì ilẹ̀.
Àṣìlò.
Ọdún bá tún kó bẹ́ẹ̀ máa sọ fún mi.
Àṣìlò agbára.
Àṣìlò agbára. I'm not just talking now. Follow. Sherry, me, I always talk. I always tell everybody, see, this country is about is the clear way. You oppress, on it. See, Sherry, now you want to sit down. I know you don't country. What's the discrimination? On your one. I know don't Sherry. It's not pretty. And one judge, no, on your one. I know what I think judge. Tálíkà ló máa ń jàjà ìjọ ẹ̀sìn wo.
Àwọn tálíkà ló máa ń jàjà ìjọ.
Àwọn tó ń lùgbọ́n mọ́ra gbogbo pátá ọ̀rẹ́ ni wọ́n jọ ń tayé. Àwa là ń.
Màá sọ pé ìkan nínú àwọn politician ni favourite mi. I don't understand favourite mi as in how. Kí ló ṣe?
Ó kọ̀ mí náà.
Gbogbo pápá òṣèṣe owó ẹ̀rọ fi ń ṣe ni. Owó ẹ̀rọ fi ń ṣe ni.
Ó ní ẹ̀gàn owó tí ẹ kó ṣe gan-an. Wọ́n fẹ́ ní wọ́n fún 100 tí kò lè ṣe bí a lè tẹ̀ nínú ẹ̀kọ́ kó náà ṣàpò. Wọ́n á ní mọ̀ wọ́n á máa pè favourite sí.
Ṣé wọ́n ti ẹ̀kọ́ tẹ̀lé gan ni? Ibi tó ti máa mọ̀ pé Nigerian people, Nigerian government, both the state and federal government are extremely wicked during lockdown. Wọ́n tún pín búrẹ́dì tó ti bàjẹ́. Wọ́n máa pín agolo wọ́n máa pín dìríkà ráìsì kan fún ìdílé kan. Wọ́n ní dìríkà ráìsì pé ìdílé kan fẹ́ lọ pín. Àbúrò aláwo.
Ẹ má yẹn tọ̀ ẹ́.
Nígbà lockdown ó sì wà ní warehouse wọn bíbá ní Abẹ́òkúta tó jẹ́ tẹ́ bá gba ibẹ̀ kọjá security tẹ máa bá ń bẹ̀ lásán ó kọjá omi àwọn palliative yẹn tí wọ́n bá sì jà bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn á rí nǹkan kó ń bẹ̀ tó jẹ́ ọdún kan aláàgọ́ sì ń kó wọn tí kò tán.
ṣé mo the honest part kini o ṣe o government o most of these things are donated by NGOs foundations.
àti báwọn ti gbà ẹ̀ Dangote ó tó lọ.
Dangote máa ẹ ṣe.
Dangote alábòsí nìyẹn jàre alábòsí nìyẹn ẹbìyẹn lẹ alábòsí nìyẹn gbogbo àwọn báńkì tó fún gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì ní 1 billion 2 billion ṣé àpò gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì ẹ̀kọ́ sọ sí àpò gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì ẹ̀kọ́ sọ sí. Gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì tó ní mọ́dà nínú tí ò ẹ̀ pàrọ̀ àjù ẹ̀ wọ́n á tẹ̀wọ́ fún gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì bí kọ́ọ̀bì yẹn pa. Ṣé federal government ní mọ́dà nínú ẹ̀ pàrọ̀ àjù? A parọ́ fúnra wa reality wa ò lè parọ́ fún wa náà. A bá parọ́ fúnra wa our reality ò lè parọ́ fún wa.
Dangote foundation did some part.
Ẹ bá parọ́ pé gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì are doing fine ní kàkúrú. A bá parọ́ fúnra wa pé the government are doing ìlú dá àwọn èèyàn tó wà nínú ìlú ló máa determine bóyá gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì dàbí wọn dá.
Quality of life.
Nígbà tí gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì sọ fún wa pé àwọn ti pín 303 billion naira fún 8.40 million poor Nigerians. Níbo ló pín sí? Níbo? Àwọn ni the poor of the poor. Ọwọ́ lọ sọ fáwọn kan àwọn yẹn lọ sí fake account and Twitter àwọn yẹn wá post sórí Twitter. I received my own lọ check account yẹn ìmí ìṣí 2 hours ago ìmí ìṣí 3 hours ago ẹ ti yá wèrè. Fake account fake Twitter account. Nàìjíríà. Nàìjíríà ò lè dá.
Sọ́sẹ̀ aláàsí lára kọ́ńtì sí àkànwá ní àkànjọ́ ń gbèrú. It's not a country.
Agbolé ní Nàìjíríà tó sọ agbolé ní Nàìjíríà.
Àkànwá ní ìkọ́. Bẹ̀rẹ̀ àwọn kìnìún àwọn ń ṣẹlẹ̀ jẹ́ pé tó bá jẹ́ pé nọ́ọ̀mà ìlú tó lálùbáríkà ni àwọn tó wà ní ìfọwọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ òkè ọ̀rọ̀ pa wọ́n ni. Àwọn èèyàn kan àti pé ń kówó jẹ́ lùtù ẹ pé.
Agbolé ní Nàìjíríà tó bá lọ.
Ẹ máa gbọ́ mi bẹ̀rẹ̀ ara yín mọ̀ wọ́n sọ pé ìlú yìí àkọ́kọ́ nínú lè parọ́ fún àkọ́kọ́.
The level of the rot is why.
Government see wọ́n ti monopolize the business sector and that is ọmọ pé àwọn tó lè challenge wọn business sector yẹn lọ.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni wọ́n lọ kí n máa pè máa bá jẹ́ máa padà wá sà.
So what?
All right, èmi náà fẹ́ jẹ́ meeting.
All right, sir. All right, everybody.
All right, okay, sir.
No, Joe, continue. My project, continue.
Okay, so business sector, what they did is they had to monopolize on big boys. Now, if you should go and apply for a license, maybe to start up a refinery now in Nigeria, they will never give you. Except they want to have their own courts. Now, I remember years back, my brother was into oil and gas. He was talking to this German guy also. The man said there was a time they came to Nigeria, his company came to Nigeria, that they were trying to invest in electricity. They wanted to build a wind mill. Now, their plan is they will generate electricity to the whole of Lagos State through wind. And they are guaranteeing 20 hours a day in night. But some big boys, some big senators in Nigeria approached them that for them to have a license to kickstart, they need to have a percentage in the company. They didn't get that license till they went back.
So now you might, because the reason why I'm saying that, nítorí electricity yẹn ni o. Torí electricity yẹn ni o.
Our generator is important.
The people that are supposed to speak, once it cage one,
in a system that tó bá sọ̀rọ̀, it is that will revoke your license or your company will shut down. You know? So àwọn yẹn náà wọn ò ní lè sọ̀rọ̀. Àwọn bí Dangote ń sìn. They've been the monopoly system of governments that is only them now. And why Buhari is
fertilizer
also in Northern? That is why he's selling.
Fertilizer
all of a sudden we'll just start hearing Iran. Go and check about Iran 15 years ago, 20 years ago. You know, so these are the things that we need to look at. Sharing our businessmen here and see our nuisance to man defend nonsense. If we should start attacking those two sets of people, the government will be rendered powerless.
We'll only be beating one of our own by doing that. Or
That's where their power is. If they ain't go Seri, but also other population I can bet you the day they start doing electronic system of voting, a lot of secrets will be known that the nurse does not have the number people think they have. When one
they don't have that number.
You don't have the number.
They don't have that number.
You don't have the numbers.
They don't have. It's all like.
But because
they don't have
his notes. 10 years will figure like 4 cards for hand. And they were allowing to use it to vote.
Yes.
So people think they have the numbers.
Yes, they don't have that number.
They don't have the numbers.
They don't have the numbers.
Yeah. It's not those
a lot of Nigerians they need to do that.
All those northern politicians, they know all these things and they realize something that
the thing
they will never.
The thing is, the life behind that.
I say Alobano. Okay, let me tell you, if Alobano, let me say, okay, Alobano. Is it from Aloba's mouth you want to hear? You want to hear it? Wumi that was inside the house cannot talk. What are you saying? Darusha that was inside the house, why can't you say Darusha no, you must mandate him? Adura no, he was inside the house.
Hold on, Madam Coffee, hold on. Just
you be
calm
say
down. Just calm down. Calm down. Calm down. No, calm down, Madam Coffee, calm down. You said all the right things. But this is your last point now. You said, okay, if Aloba knows that it is not from his mouth that the people will hear it. The truth of the matter is that people can still hear it from his own mouth. And I will tell you why. That people can hear it.
Sorry.
Hold on.
Does he have evidence to prove it that he knows what is happening?
That is where I'm going to.
Does he have it? What about the people that Koroko?
Hold on now. Allow me to finish myself. You see that I allow you to talk. Now, where I said that if someone has told Baba, or Baba knows about everything, there is no way every member of that family don't know what happened to Mohbad. You are a Yoruba woman, I'm a Yoruba man. There is no way on earth any member of that family by now don't know what happened to Mohbad. Yes, Papa might not be financially buoyant, to fight for some things, and the backup might not be there for him. Good. Yes, that is a fact. You understand? Baba has army now. Baba has Trojans. Baba has a lot of things in his arsenal now to unleash. People are ready to support Mr. Joseph Aloba on this case now. Now, this is my point. Adura is in that house, like you actually said. Darusha is in their house. Now, this is the point that some people are making. If Baba cannot say it with his own mouth because there is no physical evidence with him, to fight the cause. Now, there is a level
that Baba can go to get Adura.